Alright, so we are back. Now let's continue with creation of the head over here. Well, there's two way that we can extend this part, right, to create the head. One is, but I need to show you so that you understand. One way is to use at the polygon sub object, and we're going to use an extrude, alright, by clicking on the top side of the polygon and use extrude and just extrude it along. Alright, right click to end the task and go to vertex level and modify this. Alright, there's one way to go about that. I'm just going to follow the shape. Alright, but you should also notice that if let me just switch it to the full screen view. You also notice that there's a usually when you delete half of it, it's like a piece of cardboard is empty inside. But if when you do an extrusion on the whole polygons over here, what happened is that it will create an extra polygon right in the middle of the symmetry mirror line over here. So what we need to do now is we need to select this newly created polygon on the side here and delete. Alright, you must make sure that it's hollow to avoid any complication in the future. Okay, so going back to our fore view. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just going to realign on the side view here. Okay, so I'm going to create an extra edges on the side horizontally so that I can further shape the curvature of the spoon here. So I'm going to edge mode. I'm going to use what? Yes, I'm going to use connect. So connect. I think I need 4. 4 will be nice. 4 segments. So I'm going to switch back to vertex sub-object mode and further reshape this. On the front view first, we don't have to worry about the side view yet. I can turn on alternate X for transparency. Okay, just reshape this as it is. Hold control to select multiple vertices. Alright, okay. Alright, when you look at the perspective, alright, but there's no curvature inside, right? Okay, why? Because we don't have enough vertical edges going from up all the way down here. But what we need is we only need one vertical edges going up and down. So we must have the edge loop correctly. So going to the edge mode. Okay, I'm going to select one of the horizontal edges here, and I'm going to click on under the selection tool here. Click on ring. Alright, this will help to select the whole ring over there. Alright. Okay, once we have that selected, we of course use the connect tool, but don't click on connect. Click on the connect settings, reduce the segment to only one segment. Alright, okay, now we have it nicely done there, and switch back to vertex sub-object mode. It will be a good time for us to rearrange some of the vertices down here, because just now we don't have enough vertices to shape that curve, that sort of a curve. Because the top part over here, the top section. Right. Okay, once we have that done, for this one, it's kind of hard to do it in the both side and the front view. We might need to use our perspective view once in a while for this to create a curve. But before that, just select on the front view, select the newly created edges, just hold control, right? So 1, 2, 3 row. So remember, I'm keeping my eye in the perspective view over here. It's getting my position right. Okay, I'm going to push back on the side view. Just going to push these vertices back like that. Alright, and I'm going to hold alternate and deselect the first row, so because it's already reaching there, and pushing back the rest of it so that it sort of follows the edges, right, like that. Okay, remember this is still very rough stage. And in the spoon, the center here also need to be pushed back. So now let's push it back. Okay, I'm going to stop until here, and then I'm going to deselect on the first one because it's already, sorry, I'm going to deselect the first one because it's already reaching the image reference there. I'm going to push this to the back also. Okay, should be done. Let me just turn on alternate X so that you can see it more clearly. Turn it to the full screen and turn on my show and result, and you can see my spoon is shaped nicely. But one thing is not finished is that when you look on the top view, this have a curve, but this one got no curve. We need to develop a nice curve, so when we put on turbo smooth later on to smooth out the low polygon to be a higher polygon object, the transition will be nice. Okay, so to do this, I'm just going to turn on F3 so I can see the point at the back, which is this one and this one. Right. Turn on the F3 again. I'm just gonna push it on the y-axis over here. Push it slightly in front. Okay, this helps to create a nice curve. All right, that goes all along from here to here. All right. So another thing that we should do is click on edge. We're gonna just make this side more harder by clicking on one edge. Just let me turn this off. Okay, just gonna click on this edge because we're gonna select all the way up. Click on ring. See, it will select all the way up there, and we're gonna hit on connect. You just use one split will be enough to retain that heart shapes. Okay, now we're gonna go back up to editable poly, go back up to symmetry. So one step at a time. Don't skip all the way up. All right. Don't skip from here, from any sub object all the way up to symmetry like this. All right, that's wrong. The best way is to go back to editable poly, go back to symmetry, one step at a time, and then apply turbo smooth. Okay, so it will divide the object and smooth the object at the same time. Alright, I'm going to increase the iteration, which means increasing the division. Alright, now meaning more polygon and more smoother, and turn on the isoline display to make the wireframe look more simple. And voila, there goes your nice spoon, which you can use for your animation. Alright, see, with that extra edge being applied here, see, it helps to create a hard surface on the side. Right, so that's the tutorial about how to do your spoon. So the next tutorial is going to be how to model the fog, right, which is this one. But I'm gonna skip on the image plane, setting up the image plane, because it's the same thing. Alright, just gonna set up the same thing again. I'm gonna start focusing more on the top, right, on the top side, because the rest of the handle of the spoon here is same as the handle of the fork here is the same as the spoon, but this one is a bit different. Alright, on the top part here. So this is what I'm gonna focus on the fork tutorial. Alright, so I'll see you guys on the fork tutorial.